my new favorite song. That one over my head. I didn't expect to be called out in this video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Ali and today we're listening to Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe down below so you can see my reaction to The Life of a Showgirl when that comes out in like a month. That is crazy. And if you would like me to do any more Sabrina related videos, just let me know down below. It's actually kind of crazy going in this blind to an album. I don't really know the vibe at all. I didn't really know how to dress or how to do my nails because I like to match the theme obviously, but I don't know what the theme is. All we've heard from this album so far is Manchild, and personally, that is my song of the summer. That is one of my favorite songs to come out this year. So if there's anything else like that on the album, I'll be very excited. And honestly, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to listen to this like on camera or just alone because it's not something I often do, but short and sweet, would I say changed my life? It was just such a huge album for me last year. I'm assuming it's just like real ones watching this video, so I can talk about this. But if you saw my videos last year, especially my Tortured Poets reaction and deep dives, you could probably tell that I was having a pretty hard time, a pretty tough year. And if you have seen literally any of my song rankings or the video where Nina and I challenged ourselves to have to cut one song from each Taylor Swift album, you can probably tell that I have a slightly avoidant relationship when it comes to songs when I'm going through a tough time. So while Tortured Poets was album of the year to me last year and like such a masterpiece, a work of art, etc, etc, Short and Sweet by Sabrina was like the life raft and a breath of fresh air that I also really needed to just like pull me out of that. Basically, if you know me, you know that when I'm sad, I avoid sad songs because I just don't want to like feel even worse. And I felt pretty bad a lot of last year. So when I couldn't listen to Tortured Poets Department, I was very grateful for Short and Sweet. It was just such a necessary breath of fresh air and like uplifting life raft for me. I was in Lake Tahoe when it came out with my best friend, and that will always just be such a beautiful memory to me. But I remember feeling so bummed that I didn't get to hear it with you guys because of how much I loved it and how much I felt like I had to say about it. The fact that so many of you messaged me before I'd heard it saying, Ali, Juno is your song, you're going to love Juno. And the same thing happened with So High School. Like, those are obviously my two favorite songs from each album. And for you guys who have never met me, presumably, to know me so well that like you know my melodic and lyrical taste in songs, like that just made me feel so appreciative for like the connection we have, because it can feel really weird. I'm sitting here alone talking to a camera, but it just made me feel like this connection is very real and I really appreciated that. So if you want to have a guess before I listen about what songs you think I'll like today, please feel free to do so. Now also, if you've seen me react to music on here, you know that obviously I cannot monetize it. All of the money from this video will go to Sabrina's team and she deserves it. Congrats, queen. But that means it has become a fun little tradition to have a cute drink. So I feel like Short and Sweet was obviously an espresso vibe. I had an espresso for that. Man's Best Friend feels like more of a wine album, maybe even a red wine. Unfortunately, my palate is not yet refined enough for that and I only like Aperol Spritz. So that is what we will be drinking. But I just wanted to start off, if you guys have a coffee or a water or a fun drink today, let's do a quick cheers. Love you all. Thank you for being here. And let's get into it. I hope you did eye contact because it's bad luck otherwise. Let's do a little test with Manchild. Yep.
Oh boy.
Ew, I just realized what I looked like. So like I was saying, Manchild, song of the summer. I don't think there's really any other contenders for me. It's also the only TikTok dance I have ever learned and probably will ever learn. Shout out to my best friend Ali for teaching me this, and then I got to teach it to Nina. That felt very much like girlhood. You know, back in the day when women had to like gossip for the survival of the species. Now we pass along choreography from pop girlies from one to another, and it's just as important. Well, that has put me in the best mood and I think I'm ready to listen to the rest of these songs. So the only thing I've heard from the rest of this track list is obviously the Tears teaser. I will be honest, I'm scared. Not that it's gonna be a bad song, I'm scared like I'm spooked. Like it's spooky. The little hands?
How many people were scared? Me too.
I don't know, there's something about long nails, but also the sound reminds me of two things. Firstly, the sound effect in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which, not scary, iconic. But also I feel like a Jordan Peele movie. Editing alley, you'll find it, you'll figure it out. But the first song up we have is in fact Tears. So let's see if it is in fact a scary song. Also, I haven't watched the music video and I'll probably watch it after this, but that little promo that we got of it reminded me so much of like Janet from Rocky Horror, as if she was arriving at Frankenfurter's house in the night. I don't think that that's where it's gonna go, but I just had to say that.
It's a full-time job and it's extremely time consuming and it's not as easy as it may appear to some people.
I just wanted to share like my first pop culture reference for that. If you can hear the rain, I'm sorry. Hopefully Sabrina will drown it out. Let's listen. R&B, Sabrina? R&B. Oh! We've got a bit of disco! I'm moving already. You're telling me the first lyrics that I've heard today on a song that I said would be scary was I get wet at the thought of you.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous to find out what she means by tears now. Wait, what if I read it wrong and it's tears? No, we're not going there. For some reason, my laptop Spotify doesn't have the album yet, even though like my location, my IP address is in Australia. I get wet at the thought of you being a responsible guy. Deeply relatable.
Tears run down my thighs.
Poetry.
It was exactly as we suspected. Oh, I love this funny girl so much.
Initiative can go a very long, long way. Maybe just do the dishes, I'll give you what you want. A little communication, yes, that's my ideal foreplay. I send you a tip from Ikea, I'm like, I get wet at the thought of you. Being a responsible guy, so responsible. Tears run down my thighs. A little respect for women can get you very, very far. Remembering how to use your phone.
A little respect for women can get you very, very far. But it should be the baseline. It is the bare minimum. Let's not forget that.
Offering to do anything, I'm like, oh my god.
This is such a perfect follow-on from, what song is it on Short and Sweet where she's like a guy who's tall and breathes? Like that's what she's looking for at this point because it's so grim out there when it comes to being a straight woman. Oh, she's got it. Wait, we started with Manchild and now this? Incredible.
Responsible guy, so responsible. I get wet at the thought of you. Being a responsible guy, so treating me like you're supposed to do. Tears run down my thighs.
The fact that Juno is my favorite song on Short and Sweet, and yet there's that one line that I just can't bring myself to sing along to. This is like a full song of that. Oh my god.
Tears run down my thighs. Dance break.
Everyone dance!
So responsible.
Vocals! Oh my god. I love this woman. I don't think this needs explaining to any of you guys, but I do worry that people out there, the same people that probably didn't understand like the satire around this and the album's name, are gonna see this and be like, oh my god, she's glorifying like the bare minimum in a man. No, I think we're expressing, similar to Manchild, like how grim it is, how bad it is out there, that she's saying at this point, all you've got to do is like be a responsible guy. Put an IKEA shelf together for me, know how to use your phone, don't be a man-child, and I'll fall for you. I did not realize we were getting a disco banger today, so I'm already happy. Next up we have My Man on Willpower. Oh my god, that reminds me of the intro of a song they did on Glee. A little clue before I say it. 4 minutes. by Madonna and Justin Timberlake, I want to say. Yeah, I hear it.
Clingy, he's loving,
This is country adjacent. Let me go back. I already love it. Come on, drums. I hear you coming.
He's clingy, he's loving, he always initiates calling and touching. It feels like just yesterday he wanted all four of my personalities.
This might be a favorite for me already. It's country adjacent.
Danger, danger, there in my bed at night. Why'd I ponder life without me? Be like Hannah, returning, get back the version I like. This one's bullshit, baby.
So she's saying like, I don't recognize. He's clingy, he's loving, he always initiates, calling and touching, it feels like just yesterday. He wanted all four of my personalities. Now I don't recognize this. I'm confused. Is he clingy now? Or he was clingy then? You know what? I guess I'll have to listen to figure it out.
Something I don't understand. Fell in love with self-restraint. Now it's getting out of hand.
Got it. So he was clingy, he was obsessed with her, he was all over her, and now it's like, he's resisting me. What is happening? He has too much self-control.
Busy, he's working, he doesn't have time.
This beat reminds me of that, like, I was gonna say TikTok viral. I actually feel like it was Reels viral, which is worse. This sound.
I did the butcher, I did the baker, I did the home and the family maker.
Slutty pajamas, not tempted in the least. What in the fucked up romantic dark comedy is this nightmare lane? Sense of purpose, but why?
The vocals, the run she just did on that, incredible. I am obsessed with my slutty pajamas not tempting him in the least. Like, she's pulling out all the stops. You would expect at the very least the slutty pajamas to have some pull, and we've seen some of her slutty pajamas. Like, I've seen the Short and Sweet tour. Well, not in person, sadly. That's actually something I'm really bummed about, not getting to see the Short and Sweet tour. The only downside to Sabrina releasing another album in such quick succession is that the Short and Sweet tour didn't get to come to Australia, and I'm really bummed about that because, as previously said, I love that album, and I think the concept for that tour was just supreme. Hopefully when she does come here, presumably this summer or next, she'll tour like a little bit of both.
Silly baby, willpower's something I don't understand. Obsessed with me, at least I have to girl in the land. Willpower, something I don't understand.
Can we hear those vocals again real quick, please?
Literally obsessed with me, I'm suddenly at least I have to girl in the land. Willpower's something I don't understand. God only
Wow. I am such a fan of strings like that, especially like big, what do we say, orchestral? I am not good at music terms, obviously you guys know this, but like this big crescendo at the end, I just think it suits her voice so well, especially. It reminds me of, what's the one that sounds like Hopelessly Devoted to You? Couldn't make it any harder. The vocals on this song reminded me of that as well. I love, okay, the joke can be over now, you're so silly, baby. I feel like that kind of parallels her saying on the previous album, if you don't want me, I'll just deem you gay. And like now she's saying, okay, you not being into me must be some kind of joke and you can finish it now. Jack Antonoff, I'm loving what you're doing. Next we have Sugar Talking. Oh! There's a lot of like, sorry, I'm 2 seconds into the song. I know some of you hate when I do this. I just need to say my thoughts before they run away. I feel like there's a lot of like retro and vintage and old school inspirations on this album and also kind of on the previous one. I feel like Short and Sweet was very 2000s R&B, Mariah Carey, whereas this already feels like earlier than that. I feel like we've got some 70s, maybe even some 60s, but this first part, life's like this. My Avril fans, you get it. I totally forgot to show you guys and they might be melted now, which is a bummer because I have heart-shaped ice cubes in here. Yeah, you probably cannot tell at all. I'm so sorry. I totally meant to show you guys. Oh. this song. This is a little bit more 90s, I feel. This is why I gotta say it in the moment because I've already forgotten. But I do love your paragraphs mean shit to me. It's like, stop telling me how much you love me. Stop sending me long texts. Just come over. Like, just come to my bed.
Saying that you miss me, what are you in the prize? You're having these epiphanies, being a word for a real small mind. To say no or nothing.
I'm sorry, I remember what I was gonna say. It's that the vocals, especially in that first verse there, sound so similar to her earlier albums. And I don't mean that at all in like they sound less strong, because if there's one thing about Sabrina, she's had strong vocals from the start. I am an eyes wide open, can't blame a girl for trying, stan. But I actually feel like this sounds more like, what was the second album? Evolution? Kind of got those strong vocals with slight R&B influence. I could be way wrong here, but it really sounds like that to me.
Tell me that you want me, but baby, if you need me, put your love in where your mouth is. Say you're a big change man, I doubt it.
Those vocals, right?
Yeah, your paragraphs mean shit to me. Get your sorry ass to mine.
I just love that so far we've had, what, 4 songs kind of telling a man you ain't shit.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I know this album cover confused a lot of people and there were a lot of think pieces written about it, but for an album called Man's Best Friend, with the lead single being Manchild, is this not exactly what I said the album would be? I'm not gonna gloat because we all knew, it's fine.
Whole apartment with flowers that die. The first to open up your wallet, but the last one to flag the heart only breaks so many times. And stop making me cry.
The last one to flag, a heart only breaks so many times. Why do I not understand what that means? A professional love bomber, Carpenter's respective partner believes he can buy Carpenter's love like he has to so many before, but he doesn't understand or even want to understand the intricacies of her emotions. That yes, while he does treat her to these luxuries, they ultimately are a facade, bound to die and wither away, much like their relationship. I understand all that. What does the flag part mean? First to open up your wallet, but the last one to flag. The last one to flag? Like flag down a waiter, or like green flag, red flag, or like last to plant a flag, as in like, I'm here, it's mine. She's too big brain for me. Oh! She put guitar in there for me. Obviously, the life of a showgirl is already created. It's in the vault, it's in the computer, it's ready to hit release. But Taylor, if you're watching this, please make sure there is at least one electric guitar on that album for me. That's all I need. Thank you so much.
You sure your talking isn't working tonight? Put your love in where your mouth is. Your paragraphs mean shit to me. It's verbatim what you said last week. Get yourself in last chance, honey. Get your sorry ass to mine.
Damn. Your paragraphs mean shit to me. It's verbatim what you said last week. We're only 4 songs in, but the rest follow this same trajectory, and we're essentially just picking apart a man on every song. Album of the year. Man's Best Friend. More like Ali's best friend. I love this album. The notion of calling it sugar talking, like a play on sweet talking, is so fun. Oh my god, short and sweet. Great tie-in. But the fact that it's like, oh, it's so sweet what you're saying, but ultimately like sugary things just fade away and leave you wanting more. And that's what this is doing. Like he's doing all these things that are sweet and sugary, but he's not giving her enough to be satiated, you know? I get it. Okay, next we have We Almost Broke Up Again Last Night. I wonder if this will be like We Almost Broke Up Again and you don't even realize it, but like as a girl, I know.
Bullshit repeats itself. Is that how the saying goes? Is what it is and it's predictable. All the I love yous and I'm sorry is what I said. We had our sex and then we made amends. That's right. And we almost broke up again last night.
The vocals on this girl. How does she fit so much vocal strength in such a short, tiny body? I love the Genius annotation on the first line. Bullshit repeats itself. Isn't that how the saying goes? And Genius is like, That is, in fact, not how the saying goes.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen.
The core idea of the original quote, "history repeats itself," is how mistakes happen again because people often fail to learn from their mistakes, obviously. Carpenter, being done with it, is calling it bullshit. That is so funny. That's something that Sabrina does really well. I think about the song like "Don't smile because it happened, cry because it's over," taking a popular phrase and putting a little twist on it, and I think obviously that's something Taylor does really well. Oh my god, try not to mention Taylor Swift in one video challenge, failed. But that's something I really enjoy in music because it's kind of like a little, not call out or reference, but it's things that we all know. So to see it referenced or used and then slightly modified is just a little bit fun. I was listening to Audrey Hobart's new album yesterday. Well, first debut album actually, and talking to my friend about it. Third Ali mentioned in this video, shout out to her. I really love her work because her songwriting is so kind of stream of consciousness, and sometimes she will throw in little phrases like that too. If you haven't listened to it, I will link it down below for you guys. That and Renee's album have been very fun new releases for me. Anyway, this video is not about that. I apologize for getting off track. I feel like this song is going to be so relatable to so many of us. Been here 1,000 times. Selective memory though, like you just keep coming back to that same fight or that same topic of conversation and it feels like you never move past it, or like it's just the one thing that keeps popping up. It's like a core wound. I didn't even notice the fact that it says almost broke up again last night. There's like, we've actually broken up before and gotten back together. Probably like an on and off thing. I was actually thinking this morning about how with Sabrina's 2 previous albums, we kind of knew a bit about what had happened in her life going into it. And so sort of maybe had some context or had some expectations of what might be visited on those songs. Especially we were able to understand songs like Because I Liked a Boy. A lot of the Sean and Camilla references on Short and Sweet and the Barry of it all. But like, I really don't have any idea what's been going on in her world, and yet I really don't think you need to in order to appreciate these songs. Again, I'm so sorry to mention Miss Taylor Swift again, but I was thinking about part of the brilliance of 1989 is that it's so, I'm not going to say general or generalized, but yes, if you know who the songs are about, there's like an added layer of fun or understanding, but you don't need to appreciate those songs. And because I am so up in her business, I often do tend to know things that have happened over the years and like what songs might be inspired by or where feelings might stem from. But I know people have different feelings about, like my cousin, for example, enjoys songs less if she knows who or what they were inspired by. For example, a song like Style or Dear John. She prefers songs that are, let's say, more generic. I'm struggling to think of one now because Taylor's songs are so hyper specific to her life and like so detail rich. But I am curious to hear from you guys if you prefer listening to music where you really don't know anything about the potential inspiration behind them. I mean, a clear famous example for me is Silver Springs, and like to me knowing the emotion and history behind that song kind of only enhances my listening experience to it. But I don't know, I guess because I love storytelling songs. Fast Car is a perfect example. Songs where they are really just telling you everything from start to finish, I think I enjoy more. And yet the reason I'm bringing this up is because Sabrina, these songs are so like not unspecific, but they could be applied to anyone. This isn't me. I'm not hearing these songs and picturing Barry or Shawn Mendes or Joshua Bassett, God forbid. But like they're so, again, I don't want to say surface level. They're so relatable. They're so approachable. I think approachable is the right word. Anyway, so far, I just feel like Short and Sweet had a lot more specific detail to her life. Like I was in a sheer dress the day that we met, and like who's the cute guy with the white jacket? We instantly know what event that was because of what they were wearing. Or like Palm Springs looks nice, but who's by your side? Like all of these specific detailed references to like public events. Also, I have to say, listening to her music this morning, I think Dumb and Poetic is one of the best diss tracks that anyone has ever written. And if you guys would ever like me to tier rank Sabrina's music, give this video a thumbs up to let me know, because I just don't know how many people out there that watch me like her music and would care. But yeah, that could be fun. Anyway, let's get back to the song.
Where he starts working out, and on the days I'm a little much, that's when I tell him how sweet he treats me and how no other boys compete. I know how it looks, I know how it sounds. This will give him something to talk about. All the I love yous and I'm sorry's were said. We had our sex and then we made plans. That's right, and we almost broke up again last night.
confirm for me what genre this is reminding me of. 60s or something? I really can't place what this sound is, but it's something that I love so much. Oh.
You say we're drifting apart. I said, yeah, I fucking know. Big deal, we've been here before, and we'll be here tomorrow. Then we almost broke up again. We almost broke up. We almost broke up again. Gave me his whole heart, and I gave him head, and then we almost broke up.
You're blushing.
No, I'm not blushing. I'm sunburned from, you know, the rain.
The difference between a Taylor Swift track 5 and a Sabrina Carpenter track 5. I think because I've watched her on the Disney Channel since she was a child, that it catches me so off guard when I hear lyrics like that. Beautiful though, beautiful song. I often think about this in songs when people give like more direct sexual references, or not references, but like storytelling, commentary, explicitly saying, I gave him head. Surely she's playing this song for her parents, right? I wonder if there's any level of like awkwardness there, or like playing this for your grandparents, or playing this for Jack Antonoff. I think that'd be fine. I don't know. Do you guys think you would feel awkward writing a lyric like that and then saying, okay, here's this new song I wrote, mum, and then playing it for her and singing it? I guess it goes back to when we think about the Reputation Secret Sessions and like watching Scott Swift react to hearing Dress. So funny. It's just always something I kind of think about. How do songwriters feel vulnerable enough to be so open in their lyricism? Because maybe they don't care at all. Maybe it's not awkward and I'm just weird.
I'm weird. I'm a weirdo.
Maybe it's not awkward at all. Regardless, good for you, Sabrina. Love that song. Next up, we have Nobody's Son. My prediction for this song would be like, Nobody's Son is gonna ruin my life, or like ruin my day. Oh. Beep boop.
I hope you're kind. We took a break so I can grow emotion.
What song is this? Red, red wine.
That's what he said to me.
Oh, that was said to you. Got it.
Here we go again, crying in bed. What a familiar feeling. All my friends in love, and I'm the one they call for a third wheel. Probably should have guessed he's like the rest, so fun and so deceiving. There's nobody's son, not anyone left for me to believe it.
Okay, that's fun. Here we go again, crying in my bed. What a familiar feeling. All my friends in love, and I'm the one they call for a third wheeling. Probably should have guessed he's like the rest. So fine and so deceiving. There's nobody's son, not anyone left for me to believe in. Well, so far, I think my prediction a couple months ago was kind of spot on from the album cover and title. Every song is kind of listing a way that a man is inadequate, and I have no notes. Oh, cute. It's so fun when a song does like, when the melody and the music is kind of a juxtaposition to the lyrics. I guess Hits Different is a good example. Oh my god, stop mentioning Taylor Swift. But like, I swear my musical interests do exist outside of Taylor Swift, but I just love upbeat music with depressing as hell lyrics. That's my favorite genre. Is that even a violin?
Eventually would cave in, reach out, but no siree. He discovered self-control. All my friends in love, and I'm the one they call for a third wheel. And probably should have guessed he's like the rest, so fun and so deceiving. There's nobody's son, not anyone left for me to believe it.
I just remembered something I was gonna say about a previous song where she talked about like God only knows, and something about like keeping faith.
Man's forgotten his devotion. Where he's gone, God only knows.
In Sabrina's earlier songs, I feel like she talked a bit more about faith. Being under the Disney Channel machine, that's no surprise at all, but I feel like in recent years, especially on these two most recent albums, she's kind of flipping that religious reference on its head a little bit.
You should fuck me up. And yes, I'm talking about your baby. That boy is corrupt. PTSD on the daily.
Are we directly addressing this man's parents? Oh, the song is called Nobody's Son. That is so fun on a song called Nobody's Son to be like, actually, he is somebody's son and he sure fucked me up. It's kind of like on Manchild how she said, I choose to blame your mum. Like, it's obviously not the mum's fault, but the fact that this man is so self-insufficient, like failure to launch kind of vibes, Arrested Development, especially obviously when you love someone and like have feelings for this man, you need somewhere else to place that blame. You know, you don't want to think that it's just you and he couldn't rise to the occasion to love you enough. So you're like, it actually stems all the way back to your parents. We're getting a bit Freudian in here. I'm just obsessed with, could you raise him to love me maybe? That's so funny. That's my favorite bridge so far.
That boy is corrupt. Could you raise him to love me, maybe? He should fuck me up. And yes, I'm talking about your baby. Here we go again, crying in bed. What a familiar feeling. There's nobody's son, not anyone left for me to believe in.
Strings suit her so well. I think the way that they suit Ari's voice, Ariana Grande's voice, it's just like so cinematic. I guess, don't people say that Sabrina is like Ari's daughter? Yeah, Sabrina, don't ever stop using strings. That is so beautiful. Okay, next we have Never Getting Laid. Oh yeah. Vibey. What is this music called? What genre is this?
We were so happy, why not mix it up?
Why don't we be sad
I'm so
instead?
at peace, yeah, I can't drink enough. No way to know just who you're thinking of. I just wish you didn't have a mind. Flip like a switch that could wander and drift to a neighboring bitch. Oh, I know where you live. Baby, I'm not angry, love you just the same. I just hope you get agoraphobia someday. And all your days are sunny from your window pane. Wish you a lifetime full of happiness and a forever of never getting laid.
This is a perfect sequel to Please Please Please. What does she say about like, I've had too much Aperol now to recall the lyrics? Something about you don't need to go outside because like the air conditioning is fine. I hope all of your days are sunny from your window pane. Like stay inside, don't ever talk to another girl. What an incredible way to phrase this. I love you just the same. I just hope you get agoraphobia someday. To be like, yep, I'm moving on and I wish you all the best and we're on great terms, but I don't actually want you to ever date anyone else again because that would hurt me too much. So please just stay inside forever. Agoraphobia is an anxiety disorder or intense fear of places or situations from which escape might be difficult. I didn't expect to be called out in this video. Fun fact for any of you who don't know.
Fun fact, actually really sad fact.
Melbourne was in lockdown for 2 years and I in fact did develop agoraphobia. And it was, sorry for getting so deep randomly and unnecessarily in this video, but I want to talk about this because it's not something that I ever hear mentioned, so I'm glad you brung it up.
I'm glad you brung it up because I've been dying to talk about it for a fucking hot minute. First of all,
my biggest passion in this world is travel and like encouraging others to see the world and helping others to do so because it can seem so scary and daunting. And yet I never felt that at all as a kid or as a young adult until I felt this, and like my entire brain was rewired with this agoraphobia. And so like it's actually the thing I've had to work hardest on probably in my life over the past 3 years to overcome, because for any of you that have anxiety, I've always likened it to a switch that like went off in my brain one day because I'd never experienced it before, and then once it's been switched on, I haven't been able to switch it off. And interestingly, didn't she mention a switch at the start? I just wish you didn't have a mind that could flip like a switch. She's just wishing she could take his autonomy away. But yeah, for me, I think for me, but yeah, shout out to anyone else that experiences agoraphobia or anxiety, because this song just reminded me of how hard that was, and it's something I still like struggle with all the time. Not so much directly, but oh my god, this is such a tangent. It's so unnecessary. But for any of you that have been following me for a while, you know I went to New York 2 years ago, and this was like the first trip I'd taken on my own since everything that happened, and I was really unwell. My agoraphobia and my anxiety were like screaming at me, and New York in particular was a real challenge because if you know New York, you know it's pretty overstimulating and pretty intense as a city. So yeah, that was like really hard, and I deemed it as like not a failure, but in essence, yeah, like it was not a good trip in the way that it wasn't my old self, if that makes sense. And so this year, 2 years later, I went back because I had to for a friend's wedding, and I was nervous about it for like the entire year leading up, and it was fine. And that is like the most tangible evidence of like growth or healing, I guess I could see for myself. And yet still, there are things that I want to do next year and things that are like plans that are coming up that I want to be excited for. And yet I still will always have this little fear of, but what if I am unwell again? What if my anxiety acts up? What if I can't stay healthy and keep my mind calm and things like that? So yeah, it's just something that is always with me, even if I'm taking a short flight. You know, you're trapped. It's kind of scary to be trapped. I get scared about like group trips because if something happens and I can't like escape. Anyway, all of this is just to say, I guess, if any of you relate to that, you're not alone. And it's something obviously very vulnerable that I haven't talked much about, but it's just something that due to those circumstances of what happened in those 2 years for everyone, but also the things that happened in my personal life, kind of, yeah, rewired my brain a little bit. And we've been working at that ever since, getting it back to how it was, or I guess maybe not even back to how it was, maybe a different version. Yeah, this just made me reflect on that, I guess. And all of that has come from a song by Sabrina called Never Getting Late. Anyway, like I said, it's just real ones here with me today, so I don't mind getting a little bit deep. And yeah, ultimately this is just a reminder that if you are struggling with anything to do with your brain, whether that is depression, anxiety, I've had it all. I have really seen it all, done it all. This is just your reminder that like it can and does and will get better. I just wanted to give a little bit of hope for that because I know when you are in the trenches, it feels eternal. It feels like you can't see the other side of the mountain, but I promise it's there. And if you keep going, you will reach it. Anyway, let's get back to why we're here today, Sabrina's music.
I think the schedule could be very nice, very nice. Call up the boys and crack a Miller Lite. Watch the fight. Us girls are fun but stressful, am I right? Am I right? And you got a right hand anyway. And only yes.
I'm just obsessed with the concept of this song, her being like, totally, I'm fine, I'm over it, I'm good. But like, you don't really ever need to date anyone else again. Just hang out with the guys. Like, girls are way too much drama, right? Like, just stick to your friends and that's fine.
To the thought of it, that any given night you could be using your lips on a girl with big tits. Oh, I know where you live.
Oh my god. Okay, so Genius says, Sabrina knows her male archetype, the usual fuckboy with nothing behind the eyes except only something between the thighs. So therefore imagines him with a bimbo, a girl with only a big rack and nothing more, a perfect duo for the two. That is so funny. I just really enjoy the kind of, I want to say caricature, the image that she's created for herself. Like, I was so confident until the thought of it hit that any given night you could be using your lips on a girl. Oh my god, she's so good. As a fellow member of the flat white community, it's a genuine scary fear, I guess. But you have to know then that anyone that loves us really loves us for our personality, so that's nice.
Just hope you get agoraphobia someday from your window pane.
This might not be intentional, but I also just love that window pane is kind of has a double meaning of like pain, window pain, but also like emotional pain. Oh, there's more. There's 30 seconds left.
At the end of the rainbow, I hope you find a good whole lot of nothing, 'cause you're still inside. And abstinence is just a state of mind.
I love when the pop girls are funny. At the end of almost every rainbow, there is a pot of gold in fairy tales, and through that, the capacity to get rich. However, Sabrina flips the switch on that, declaring that they'll find a whole lot of nothing as they have already passed up the pot of gold that is her. phenomenal. I love the "Cause You're Still Inside." Oh, "Abstinence is a State of Mind" made a cameo in the Manchild music video. Tay daughter Easter egging. I think I've said this a few times now, but this is one of my favorites as well. Next we have "When Did You Get Hot?" Oh.
Untouched, bone dry, not a plant can grow. About time I get.
I love where we've started. So long, untouched, bone dry, not a plant can grow.
Excuse me, because just thinking about me and you dating makes me drier than the cast pot in Cleveland.
About time I get back on the horse to the rodeo. Okay, I love where we're at. So far sonically, this has like a Sugar Ray vibe, which I'm very into. So are we about to get back on the horse? Let's find out.
The prospect convention, my friends walk in your friend's direction. Said Sabrina, don't you know Devin? And I was like, huh. When did you get hot? All of a sudden I cook you up and out all day. When did you get hot? I think I would remember if you had a that face. Everybody go, ooh, ooh, everybody go. I said I was gonna have fun tonight. Double take, triple take, take me to make it twist up back at your place.
I'm sorry, who's Devin? Devin Booker? Devin Royal. A basketball player? Oh my god, what did she say about dating your favorite athlete? Shoot a shot every night? She actually did it.
Congratulations on your new improvements. I bet your light rod's like bigger than Zeus is. Wait, can you lift little kid, but you're a sexy man?
I will say, if someone wasn't ugly as a kid and they're hot now, I don't trust them. If you've been hot your whole life, you've never struggled. You've never had to develop personality, and we just probably wouldn't get along. You've got to know the ugly struggle. You've got to have an ugly phase or like an awkward stage at least. So if he was an ugly kid, congrats, he's a good one.
I did not see the vision of things she would define you as recent. We've coming, I need a minute.
Were we not just talking about like religious metaphors flipped on their head? Sorry, I did not see the vision. Thank the Lord, the fine you has risen. And I've always said that. Happy Easter to this man, because his glow up has occurred. This is so 2000s montage coded. Complimentary, obviously. Okay, fade out. It's giving All Too Well 10. That's a really short song because the last like 20 seconds are just repeating the same. That was so fun though. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, next we have Go-Go Juice. Now we've already had espresso. Is this gonna be about wine? So this has to be the alcoholic version, right? Cheers to that.
Love when happy hour comes at 10 a.m. o'clock on a Tuesday.
Oh.
Guess a broken heart doesn't care that I just woke up. Got a soft spot for a bev and a boy that's fruity. Can't lie, all week's been tough.
I feel like I'm about to love this chorus, but got a soft spot for a bev and a boy that's fruity. She's called me out twice on one album. I can't tell if she's saying she wants a drink with her gay best friend or a man that has gay allegations, but I love and relate to both.
Not going to the club, I'm just drinking to call someone. Ain't nobody safe when I'm a little bit drunk. Could be John or Larry, gosh, who's to say? Or the one that rounds a villain if I'm feeling that way.
Shout out to Dylan, whoever you are, because you rhyme with villain.
Could be John or Larry, gosh, who's to say? Or the one that rounds a villain if I'm feeling that way.
Now this song is a little country, so give me one sec. That's better. I feel like I can listen to this properly now.
A girl who knows her liquor is a girl who's been dumped. Sipping on my go-go juice, I can't be blamed. Passion fun, sure knows the pain. Ring, 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 yeah, it's super important. About you every minute. If you're still disinterested in me, well, fuck, do you pick up? I'm just drinking to call someone. Ain't nobody safe when I'm a little bit drunk. Could be John or Larry, gosh, who's to say? Or the one that rounds a villain if I'm feeling that way. Oh, I'm just drinking to call someone. A girl who knows her liquor is a girl who's been dumped.
Yes! expected that a song called Go-Go Juice would be about drunk calling. Shout out to my friend Dylan, who I call Vanillin, because he's a villain that loves vanilla milkshakes. And as a fellow country music lover, I can't wait to show him this song. The fact that I was fully out of my drink by the song Go-Go Juice is such a tragedy. All right, let me refresh. Okay, we have 3 songs left. Next up is Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry. Oh, some acoustic guitar. Country. Yep. Country.
You think that I'm gonna fuck with your head? Well, you're absolutely right. Couldn't be worse, actually, it's impressive how you don't read signs. So don't worry, I'll make you worry like no other girl can. So don't worry, damn sure I'll never let you know where you stay.
I love that she's kind of taking the one thing that one of the through lines on this album so far has been like and also on the previous album, a guy not being clear with his intentions or like not letting her know where he stands on things. Now she's like, well, don't worry, I'll make sure you feel like that. I wonder if this is her saying like, I'll serve that back to you the same, or is she taking that treatment from other men into a brand new relationship? I love this sound.
Silent treatment and humbling your ass, well, that's some of my best words. So thanks for making it work. But on the 40-minute drive home, you're internalizing my jokes, and your mother even agreed.
This has such similarity lyric-wise to Couldn't Make It Any Harder. It's a little bit self-deprecating, right? Like on the 40-minute drive home, you're internalizing my jokes and your mother even agrees that emotional lottery is all you'll ever get with me. Or is she saying like it'll take him the entire drive home to understand what her joke meant? Is she calling him slow like on Manchild? I do love that emotional lottery is all you'll ever get with me. Yeah, it really is similar to, is it Couldn't Make It Any Harder? Like where she sang about kind of how she missed being fresh and brand new and a heart unbroken and like untouched, whereas now she has this baggage going into relationships.
I'll make you worry like no other girl can. So don't worry. Hope you're feeling lucky. So don't.
Just love that Sabrina is not afraid to have fun.
No one's fun anymore. Whatever happened to fun?
And also just be so unapologetic in her music. Like half the time, sometimes it's self-deprecating, sometimes it's making fun of someone else, but it is always self-reflective and fun. Spotify is saying 12 songs. Genius is saying 13. What is such a funny way? Why doesn't Spotify have that bonus track? I can't hear it yet. Okay, so next up we have House Tour, which I feel like, given the vibe of this album, has to be about like giving someone a house tour and using each of the rooms. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, it's so Michael Jackson.
I really like the conversation and that your car self-dries. The pineapple air freshener is my favorite kind. Well, this is me, but if you have time, do you want the house tour?
Yes.
I could take you to the first, second, third floor, and I promise now, no, this is a metaphor. I just want you to come inside. Baby, what's mine is now yours.
Is this my new favorite song? That first verse reminds me so much of what I was saying before about Audrey Hobart, kind of just a stream of consciousness in her songs like Phoebe and Sex and the City, where she's just like she's just chronicling like her conversation with her Uber driver home. Here Sabrina's being like, I really love that conversation and that your car self-drives. The pineapple air freshener is my favorite kind. That chorus slapped. Cannot wait to hear that again. And I promise none of this is a metaphor. I just want you to come inside. Sabrina really said, if you liked the camaraderie line, this is for you. This is such a vibe.
Couch is really comfy, comfy. Got some chips, ahoy if you're hungry, hungry. So love me, love me, love me. I'm just so proud of my design. Do you want that house tour? I could take you to the first, second, third floor. And I promise none of this is a metaphor. I just want you to come inside, but never enter the back door. House tour, yeah, I spent a little fortune on the rocks floors. We can be a little reckless 'cause it's insured. I'm too sure to be your hot tour guide. Baby, what's mine is now yours.
I hope some of you guessed this song for me because I love it. Quick recap for any of you that aren't American, because I wouldn't know this reference had I not spent so much of my childhood in the States. Chips Ahoy are like a kind of really generic chocolate chip cookie. They're like not great, but they're kind of a classic. I did not pick up on this from Genius. Sabrina is down to have sex anywhere, even the living room, and in order to set the mood, Carpenter offers him some cookies from 1968 American brand Chips Ahoy. Given the context of the song, this is likely referring to the slang meaning of cookie, meaning... That one over my head. Haven't heard that reference before. Okay, obsessed with everything about this song. It's so fun. I just want you to come inside, but never enter through the back door. That might be her new best innuendo. Congratulations. Also loved the reference to like waxed floors. Such a similar callback to like so much to shave and lipstick to reapply. Incredible. Just this song is one big innuendo and I'm here for it. If this is not the next single after Tears, I don't want it. That part in particular sounds so much like a kind of Barbie Dreamhouse ad, which is just genius. The vocals.
Are you coming in or what?
Obsessed. No notes. Starting it with opening the door and ending it with shutting the door and like pulling him inside, running upstairs together. It's perfection. What was the Olivia Rodrigo song that did that? Bad Idea, right? Like going over to her ex's house. Incredible. Incredible. Congratulations, house tour. You are my new favorite.
You have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
Congratulations to any of you that commented down below that I would love house tour. You are correct. And we only have one song left. That is Goodbye.
Broke my heart on
ballad.
Saturday.
The light
Guess
change.
overnight your feelings change, and I have cried so much I almost fainted. Show you just how much it hurts. I wish I had a gun or words.
Afternoon. What can I do for you?
I need to buy a gun.
If something got lost in communication.
She's like, let me tell you now how I feel.
Well, sayonara, adios. You're not bilingual, but you should know goodbye means that you're losing me for life. Can't call
this is very
up, call quits, can't shoot me down, then shoot the shit. Did you forget goodbye? So you don't get to be the one who cries. You choose goodbye.
Is this not ABBA? Is it Fernando that I'm hearing here?
Call my honey, yeah. And that's when you'll be holding hokey flowers standing at my door. Arrivederci, au revoir, forgive my French, but fuck you, tata, goodbye, means that you're losing me for life.
I know in her saying arrivederci, au revoir, that she is literally just, you know, saying goodbye in other languages, but to me, that will always be a reference to 13 going on 30, or as Australians know it, suddenly 30.
Arrivederci.
Au revoir.
Arrivederci.
I'll see you.
Matt.
Yeah. Au revoir.
Goodbye, means that you're losing me for life. You say goodbye, and I'm kicking you to by rocking out, that means you.
Is this not so ABBA? Oh my god. That's a little bit Beatles.
Sayonara, adios. On the flip side, cheerio. Por siempre te amo. Wait, no. Shit, when did you get here? Go put on some clothes.
And like put on some clothes and just like come down to the stadium real quick.
Goodbye means that you're losing me for life. To by rocking out, that means you choose. Goodbye. Goodbye. Get on to
That is how you end an album. That was so cute. Okay, well, the bonus track is not available online yet, so I can't listen to it, unfortunately. Holy crap, what a fun album. I just love everything that Sabrina is doing with music lately. I love that Short and Sweet was such a hit, such a success, or at least in my mind it was anyway. And yet this album is so completely different. She could have kind of just replicated that sound and that success, and yet she had this just like bleed out of her. The fact that she's created 2 albums in 2 years, Tay daughter, but you know, she's just raising the bar.
Girl, you have done it again. Constantly raising the bar for us all and doing it flawlessly. I'd say I'm surprised, but I know who you are.
And I love that overall she has this incredibly unique brand. She's very funny, she's tongue-in-cheek, she has the sexual innuendos down pat. I just really love everything about her branding and her music and her style. She's definitely my favorite in terms of that aspect. They say a girl can't be hot and funny. And yet, here we are. Dare I say, that is a no-skip album. Even with Short and Sweet, I feel like some of the slower songs had to grow on me over like 2nd and 3rd and 4th listens and so on. I think I love all of these right off the top. I don't know if I want to do an initial ranking because it's so fresh to me, but I would love to hear yours in the comments. Let me know like how you'd rank everything, or at least your top 3. But yeah, wow, guys, I am so impressed with that album. I really didn't know if I was going to react to this. And again, even if only like 5 people watch, it was so fun to sit down and like hear this together, especially because I just enjoyed that music so much. Now I feel like I need to go and watch the Tears music video because that song was not what I expected. Guys, I just watched the music video for Tears. We were absolutely right. I can't believe that. I had seen things online saying that the shot between the legs looked more like a Jennifer's Body reference, and I was going to be so excited for that too. But like the car breaking down, looking up to the house for like rescue, and just her attire, it gave such Janet Weiss to me, and so I'm so excited. I'm sorry I didn't react to it. I don't really say much when I watch music videos. I was just sitting there very happy to watch it unfold, but I'm just so happy that prediction was right. And Coleman Domingo, phenomenal work. Every person they cast for this nailed it. Coleman Domingo as your Frankenfurter, inspired choice. I haven't seen casting that good since Sam Evans as Rocky. I love when the pop girls give me references. She gave me Death Becomes Her, now she's giving me Rocky Horror. Sabrina, please keep it up, and other pop girlies, please take note. I know I don't do reactions a lot, they're not like my favorite thing to do, but when we do, I feel like they're kind of fun. So thank you. I'm also very excited about the next 2 videos that I am uploading. They're 2 videos I've wanted to make for a very long time. So if you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe now. And I just can't believe what an incredible year of music we are having. Thank you all for being here. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I could take you to the 1st, 2nd, 3rd floor, and I promise none of this is a metaphor. I just want you to come inside, but never enter the back door.